Hello, it's good to see you.
I'm so glad you could make it.
We're excited to welcome you.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to Gould Farm's grand opening of the Reverend Hampton E. Price Community Center.
Hi, I'm Lisanne Finston, Executive Director of Gould Farm, and with me is Phyllis Vine, Chair of our Board of Directors. Today, we welcome you to Gould Farm and our virtual grand opening of our new activities center, the Reverend Hampton E. Price Community Center. Today is a wonderful day in the life of Gould Farm. We are filled with gratitude for all of the people who have made this possible through their generosity, time and energy, and abiding commitment to Gould Farm, our mission, and our work. During our time together, we will feature a brief video to show you the center's interior and share how this 7,500 square foot, 7-room building came to be and its significant impact on our programs, our events, our community, and our mission. We'll close our ceremony by officially opening the doors to this community center that will serve as a place for creativity, recreation, healing, and hope for years to come. We invite you to enjoy this transformational time in Gould Farm's 107-year history. Feel free to offer your well wishes in the chat, memories, and ways that you think that this opportunity for Gould Farm will make a difference. You will help to make this a truly special occasion.
Thank you, Lisanne. And as Lisanne said, I'm Phyllis Vine, I'm chair of the board, and it is a great privilege and an honor to express on behalf of the board our gratitude and appreciation for 362 donors who raised $2.75 million in our Harvesting Hope campaign. We are truly, truly gifted by your generosity. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate you. And I want to have a special shout out to the families and the friends of Reverend Price for those who have made this a permanent appreciation of his work here at Gould Farm. We would have preferred to do this in person. I'm sure you would have all preferred to be with us today. And we look forward to the time when that will happen. In the meantime, we want to say hello to those of you who are joining us from Maine to California, and to our friends around the world, to Gould Farm's friends in Australia, in Canada, in Denmark, and in Ireland. Thank you for contributing to this day, this wonderful moment in Gould Farm's history and future. Lisanne?
Let's get our ceremony started.
All right, let's go. We consider community to be the driver for recovery, for regaining a sense of confidence. And so the very idea of a community center speaks to that essence that has been the driver of our mission for 100+ years. Gould Farm had what was known as the Red Barn for many, many years.
The old Red Barn was right there across the pond.
The first floor was for farm equipment, and the second story was just kind of a mystery. It was full of old wood skis, toboggans.
The barn had a lovely cupola on top of it, and from a distance it was very New England, very pretty.
The earliest mention of a community center dates from 1968. Hampton Price was the leader of Gould Farm at that time, and it was his idea to create a gathering place.
We moved to the farm in 1962 when I was 9 years old. As a child on the farm, it was total freedom and exploration. I learned how to weave, play the recorder, There was a guest. He taught me how to jump a horse. He also taught me how to rumba and foxtrot at the Saturday night square dances. There was always someone to learn something from, and it was a wonderful sense of community that way. My father, when he came to the farm, he saw the need for improved facilities and a better quality of life.
Reverend Price was very pragmatic. He was a person who thought a lot about the buildings, the grounds, the campus, how the farm operated.
The Red Barn came down in 2009, and at that time, it had become kind of a mythical piece of Gould Farm's lore to have a community center. And at that time, there was some effort to build one. Worldwide national financial crisis interrupted that goal, and that stayed dormant until about 5 years ago. And under the leadership of Lisanne Finston, there was a pivot and a commitment to build something that would, in fact, enable us to realize the long-held goal of having a center.
I did have a meeting with Lisanne, and I said to her, I'm in. We need a recreation facility on the property at Gould Farm.
The thought of a new structure excited us, and a new investment in the farm felt exactly right. I think the need was very, very clear.
We put the shovels in the ground, we moved some dirt, and community came together.
It was a moment where you had to say, we did it. We're gonna do this. This is something that is gonna happen.
It was an opportunity for us all to look at each other and say, we've just proved that Gould Farm is worthy of this level of support. My brother Sam came to Gould Farm in 2003. Sam had suffered from schizophrenia. When I'd visit Sam on the farm, it was apparent just by seeing him interact with others how much a part of a community he was. Ultimately, through this graduated program, he was able to live on his own, fully independently. That's extraordinary to us still to this day.
I was at Gould Farm in 2006, and my experience was really about being amongst people who you could find some sense of safety with. I came from art school a few years before I was at the farm, so when I was at the farm, I was slowly just starting to have those art wheels start percolating again. Gould Farm definitely surpassed my understanding of what a community could be, in the sense that it always accepts who you are in the moment, and it doesn't ask for somebody to be something that they're not.
My mother, Sally Mann, and my family, we've been so grateful for what Gould Farm did for Sam and has done really for our family because of it, that when there was an opportunity to turn around and help the farm and to do something that would support community, it was an easy decision to say we want to support the development of what we now know as the Price Community Center.
There it is. It's standing in all its glory, and I think it's just something the farm has needed for 100 years, and that's how old the farm is.
Now that we have a place where the entire community can gather, we can truly open up our doors to provide education, lectures.
Having this community center is going to be transforming in all ways. A basketball court inside, like who would have thought? It's the way that you feel when you enter the building, the way it invites you in, and there's an art room right off to the side, which is amazing. I love that the art room has a view of the pond. I can imagine just sitting in that room and drawing or contemplating.
My brother Sam passed away about 8 or 9 years ago from heart disease, and it has meant a tremendous amount to our family to be able to commemorate him, getting a name on one of the rooms here in his honor. In Sam's room, we're looking at group therapy events, being able to watch sport events, yoga, music efforts, which is something that meant quite a bit to Sam.
To have a music space in the new facility here that is specific for music, I think it's going to be really nice that people can gather there and jam or do a little recording. I can almost see some sort of performance or something here on the edge of the pond and people sitting on the bank.
In addition to developing oneself as an artist or as a musician, we're going to focus on physical health. And so we're going to have an exercise room similar to any state-of-the-art gym.
Having a space and hosting activities that allow people to engage regularly in physical activity, in mindfulness, is a huge part of recovery. I've had people come up to me and say, I'm going to get into these things that I wanted to get into for a really long time because this space is going to be available.
Just knowing how many years went into planning the community center and how much effort went into fundraising for the community center, I think it really just sends a message to the people who are here that this is what we value.
It's easy to just think about the hard work of it all, of the recovery process, and I feel like this building is a celebration of everyone here, what everyone is doing here together.
My father's objective to provide a better environment for people to heal. I think this community center fits along those lines as well. I think he'd be really proud of this place and what it stands for.
It's an example of investing for the future in the farm, by the farm, and by people who believe in the farm's mission that we're saying we're here. And I think that speaks volumes about the commitment that we all have to the future of this place.
I think that this building is going to add another 100 years to the farm.
The most exciting part of this process has really been seeing leadership, seeing staff, seeing guests start to think bigger. What's next? What could we do? From just how can we use this facility to what else do we need? And based on the community's support, I think people realize there is much more that can be done in the future.
We're so glad you could be with us today for what is such a special moment in the life and the future of Gould Farm. Lizanne?
And now we officially open the doors to the Reverend Hampton E. Price Community Center.